So I'd like now to go to start our actual show and introduce Bill Banner for his build along. And Bill, correct me if I'm wrong, this is your last one for this, Bill?
Yeah, we're going to finish it up tonight.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I really do appreciate it. And I'll turn it over to you, sir.
All right. So what we're going to do tonight is put the finishing trim across the top of this building. We'll put the roofing on the roof, put it on, and talk a little bit about the signage and so forth, and what I do to put the signs on the buildings. And that'll finish it up. So we'll just jump in and trim some of these pieces out and get them assembled. And of course, promise you long bits of silence while I put these together. All right. So the roof itself, 4 pieces. I don't know if I put this together last week or not, but essentially just some roof formers, the 2 roof panels. And generally I will take a piece of stripwood, lay it in the peak, like that, trim off the end. And then once the glue is set, I'll sand that down. However, for tonight, we're just going to take that off and not use it. We want to move ahead a little bit. And we're going to put the tar paper roofing on. And what I use is a product called silk span tissue. It's used for model airplanes. The kind that are sticks and tissue on the sides. So found it's got some nice texture, and I've been using it for a very long time. So take my spray adhesive, drop it on the floor, and do one side. And I'll do a couple passes with the glue to make sure I get enough on there so it'll stick, because the roof is made in MDF and it tends to absorb the glue, which is what we want. But you got to put enough on to where it will stay with it. So what's going to be easy here? I think I'll use this one. Maybe that'll work. Yeah. Okay. And that's not working. I always like to have it so it's kicked up a little bit. Maybe no, that's not going to work. I'll just freehand it. What the heck? So roofing is probably my least favorite thing to do. So I will cut wide pieces of silk span to where I can cover that roof, and 2 or 3 or 4 pieces of tissue right up to the top. All right, so let's get the other side. I do it off screen because I don't want you to know my secrets. Right. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff to do here. And just overlap it a little bit. Okay, do better than that. Oh, better than that. Dark fresh. Maybe some more glue. There we go. And then for the roof peak, what I'll do is sometimes I'll either have a piece already cut, or in this instance, I'm just going to spray the glue right on here. Which can be a problem, can make a mess, sometimes not. It's like I got away with it tonight. Thread that on, roll it over the top, and get a nice little square top. And of course, if I'd have left that 4x4 in the top, I wouldn't have this problem. But get a little weathering on that, some paint. Nobody will ever know, except you guys. So I always overhang the roofing material and then come back later. Sometimes I use a knife or a razor blade or a pair of scissors and just cut it off even with the edge of the roof. And once that's done, take it out in the paint shop, paint it up. One thing you might do first, though, is open up the hole for the chimney. And just check the chimney, make sure it's going to fit, and it does. Sometimes, you got to do a little whittling around the edge to get it to stand straight up and down. This one came out okay. Once the hole is cut, then I'll go paint the roof grimy black or something flat black, then come back, weather it, and put the chimney in and end up with something that looks like that. Right. And this one's also got some trim that's been put around the edge. Yeah, usually I do that before I do the roofing, but hey, quick and easy. So drop this in place. That pretty much finishes it up, except for the signs. So we'll put a sign on the side of this guy. And what I do, I have in this little pot here, 50% glue, 50% water. And I'll take my sign and I don't do anything other than dip it in here and let it soak for a little bit so it gets soft. And once it's soaked for a bit, usually longer than this, but we'll get it done quick. See if we can get it right side up. Put it on the building. And take a Q-tip, get it a little bit wet, and just dab it into the texture like this. And again, once it's soaked in there for a bit, it'll just settle right down into the grooves of the siding and look like it's been there for a while. And you can always peel back an edge, you know, whatever you need to do to get it to show that it's been there a while. The larger signs, this sign here, and I think these three signs, they do have some laser cut backers that they glue to, which helps them sit there a lot nicer. The kit does come with a boot. If you can see that, yeah. That just glues on the side like that once you paint it. And there you go. This is O, there's the S scale version, and the HO version is stuffed away in a cabinet waiting for the next show. Yeah, fun little kit. Had a good time designing it, building it, and hope you have a good time too with it.